Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We're back here at Arlington Heights High School. Thomas Ray Elliott Field. Mr. BC here. Coming to you for another live broadcast of Arlington Heights Yellow Jacket baseball. With that win this morning, they improved to a record of 3-5. Taking on the Mansfield Lake Ridge Eagles. Lake Ridge coming in with a record of 2-5-1. This is their first game of the day. And in a few moments, we will have the introductions of the starting lineups and stuff. Coming up, lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final game of the day, number 3. Here for the True Medford Memorial Tournament. Tonight we welcome our friends and families from Lake Ridge High School in Mansfield, Texas, taking on the Arlington Heights Yellow Jackets. Let's meet the starting lineup for the Lake Ridge Eagles. Leading off in right field, number 11, Marcus White. The left fielder, number 5, Bish Fallon. Center fielder, number 10, Jade Austin. Batting cleanup, number 14, the second baseman, Jaden LaCour Lloyd. Batting fifth, number 18, first baseman, Lucas Yates. Batting sixth, the third baseman, number 9, Preston Wellick. Batting seventh, number 12, the designated hitter, Pat Ellison. In the eighth spot, the catcher, number 4, Luke Pelletier. And batting ninth, the shortstop, number 22, Dom Harper. On the mound for the Eagles this evening, number 7, Trent Parker. Let's welcome the Lake Ridge Eagles, led by head coach Micah Smith. Connor Ellington, assistant. And now let's meet the starting lineup for the Arlington Heights Yellow Jackets. Center fielder, number 6, Noah Castillo. The right fielder, number 4, Omar Arguello. The first baseman, number 12, Mitchell Carpenter. Third baseman, number 13, Caleb Eager. Designated hitter, number 29, Bert Rubio. The shortstop, number 1, Morgan Garrett. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 7, Bryson Tenorio. Getting his first start of 2025, number 18, the second baseman, Adrian Reyes. And the catcher, number 10, A.J. Salinas. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your pitcher, number 9, Juan Soto. Welcome the rest of the Heights Yellow Jackets, led by Coach Travis Rose, assistant Truett Hargrove. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Remove your hats if you're able, for the playing of our country's national anthem. behind the plate, A.J. Salinas. And on the mound, Juan Soto.
Playing first base.
Hey, you good?
Okay. Welcome in.
Couldn't hear each other.
Okay. And then at first base, we got number 12, Mitchell Carpenter. AJ Salinas, number 10, will be behind the dish. And our starting pitcher for tonight, Juan Soto, number 9. It'll be a super interesting matchup. We've got Heights playing their second game of the day. They won earlier 6-1 against this Lake Ridge team who hasn't played all day and has been here for a couple hours, kind of getting warmed up. So I'm really curious to see how this matchup will start out, as we've got Soto on the mound, who's one of Heights' definitely better arms. I'm Grant Harris. I'm alongside my father, Drew Harris, and we're going to be bringing you this broadcast tonight.
Looking forward to it here, Grant. Soto's a tough pitcher coming out here. Your first game of the day. It will be an interesting matchup.
I'm also curious to see how the weather's going to play into it, because I think it'll get a little chillier as the night goes on. It's a little windy, so I'm curious to see how that'll play as a factor.
It was blowing this afternoon and still blowing here tonight. All in. It's almost always blowing in here from left at Heights, and tough for righty batters.
Soto's first delivery of the night. He's in there for strike 1.
Boys, great opening. Guys, if it's too loud in your ears, let me know. I can turn it down.
That ball is hit to shallow left. Tenorio coming in on it. He's got no trouble handling that one. That's a quick first out for the Arlington Heights Yellow Jackets. Juan Soto getting in there early and making those 2 pitches.
Hard thrower and a tough matchup. Can you talk a little bit about his approach on the mound and what he throws, maybe?
Yeah, Soto throws a lot of fastballs. Obviously, he's got a really good curveball and a decent little changeup as well. But he'll be looking. He's one of the harder throwers on the team. Heights definitely has this year a couple guys that can get up to the mid to upper 80s. Morgan even can hit low 90s, I know, but Soto gets up there in the high 80s, and then he's got that changeup that he just threw right there that definitely can throw off hitters' timing. So he's definitely a tough guy to face. A little bit of movement on that fastball as well.
Soto, just a junior, was called up last year mid-season, and even made some starts in the playoffs for varsity. Really good pitcher.
Great spot down there, down in the zone with the changeup.
His arm last year starting out as JV. Now that is a legit JV arm. He beat Pascal last year. Really good thrower.
Here's the 1-2. Good spot for that curveball ahead in the count. That's a ball though, so it'll be 2-2. The second batter of the game.
Other thing to keep track of tonight, Grant, is how many times Soto's hat falls off when he pitches. It's a counter that we like up here in the press box. It comes off or comes close to coming off just about every pitch.
That's a great spot right there at the fastball. Not sure what else the batter was looking for, to be honest. That's in there for strike 3. That's the second out of the game. Yeah, there are a couple. Heights historically has a couple of guys that their hats fall off a lot. Cade Smith a couple years ago, every time he threw a pitch, his hat would fall off. Soto's one of those guys as well. And both of those guys are great pitchers, so I think if your hat comes off, you're doing something right.
Yeah, it's a kind of a violent motion. Really gets into it, drives with his leg, and the hat comes flying off. Maybe a little distracting hitter-wise.
Yeah, just another thing to look at when you're trying to focus on the ball.
Coming in about 87, 88 probably.
Something like that. That's fouled back for a strike. It'll be 1-1. Austin, the hitter. It's in there for strike 2. Wave and miss of that fastball.
Be interesting to see a different look up the middle this game. Starting at short tonight, Morgan Garrett and Adrian
Great
Reyes
pitch.
at second. It'll be interesting defensively, see how that tandem can work together.
Absolutely. It's a flawless first inning from Soto. 3 up, 3 down. We'll head to the bottom of the first and see if Heights can get something going in the first inning.
Oh my God! Look at that breakboard when it pops up. My spelling of Lake Ridge.
Like Rio.
That's hilarious. I didn't notice until I was watching the game the other night that I had 5 tool with FIIBE. Oh my! It was the double I. 5 tool.
Eyes are
Hey,
hard.
is it too loud in y'all's ears?
No, it was good.
I'm good.
Do you want to do our lineup then when we come back?
Yeah, I'll bring it up
Sure.
right now. All right, lineup is up for Heights.
And we'll take a look here at Arlington Heights, how they will line up today offensively. Noah Castillo. Noah Castillo batting first in center field, followed by Omar Arguello, right fielder. Mitchell Carpenter batting third, playing first base. Caleb Eager playing third and batting cleanup. Bert Rubio will be your designated hitter, batting fifth. Morgan Garrett, the shortstop. Number 1 will bat sixth, followed by Bryson Tenorio, the left fielder. Adrian Reyes, second baseman. And batting ninth, had a couple hits in the first game, A.J. Salinas, the catcher.
I really liked AJ's at-bats from the first game. I'm happy to see him back in the lineup. It's really nice to have a hot hitter in the 9 spot as well, because then you get that, you're able to flip that lineup really well. If you can get hitters on for Noah especially, and those guys at the top, it's really helpful for your offensive production. Here's Noah, who had a stellar first game, going 2 for 3, 2 singles and a walk. Also pitched really, really well. He steps in here.
A couple nice plays on the mound defensively as well.
And there's a little flare to left. It looked like it was further than it was, but it's caught by the shortstop for an easy out, number 1. That's interesting. He normally isn't that aggressive on the first pitch. We've seen that the last 2 at-bats from him going at the first pitch.
Yeah, he is. He's usually a guy that grinds out a long at-bat, and I guess he's liked what he's seen the first 2 times and trying to pop one.
Almar steps in now. It's in there for a strike. It's down and away for the first ball of the game.
No, boys, we can't hear us on your mics.
Here's the pitch. That'll be fouled off to the right side. Make that a 1-2 count. It's a good pitch from Parker there.
Nasty pitch, low and away. Omar really sets up right on, toe right on the batter's box, inside line. He really crowds the plate and was trying to reach that outside one, but got him there.
Yeah, it looks like a slider.
Kind of a sweeper,
on
yes.
the replay, yeah. It's a good pitch. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell Carpenter. Fouls it off.
Carpenter was 3 for 3 earlier today. Had a couple of infield singles. One was a bunt, and then smashed a double in the kind of decisive last inning. Last game played 6, and then was decided by time. 2-hour time limit in these games or 7 innings.
Both pitchers so far going right at the hitters. Really good command so far. That'll miss outside. 1-1. That's down. It'll be 2-1. See if Mitchell can get a pitch to hit here. Here's Parker, 2-1. That's hammered. Deep to right, off the wall. And Mitchell's going to round first and head to second, dive in, and he's safe. Great piece of hitting there. Hit the base of the wall. You never really know when it gets out there if you're going to be able to take second base because it's a short right field. But he was able to take a wide turn and able to slide in there for a double.
He paused and didn't think he could make it. Right fielder kind of bobbled it a little bit, and he went, and it's still a close play. Good hustle there. Always good to get in scoring position with Caleb Eager coming up behind you.
Here's Eager playing third for the second time today. Batting fourth. Ooh, and Bird almost got drilled over there on the right side.
Was hitting the on-deck circle when I was about 9 years old and thought about it every time I went on that side of the field for on-deck circle the rest of my career.
That'll miss inside.
Shot to the jaw.
That's not good. Yeah, especially when you're lined up on that side of the field. You're in territory of being drilled. Here's Caleb. Takes inside. Good eye right there. That's 2 in a row that have missed inside. That one was pretty close. That'll make it a 2-1 count. Parker. Here's the pitch. Down and away. 3-1, that's not the count you really want to be in with any hitter, but especially not Caleb. He's going to look to do damage here, especially with 2 outs.
For a big 2-out hit here early.
Here's the delivery. It's in there for strike 2. Not really what he was looking for. It looked to be a little bit of an off-speed pitch. Not really what you're looking for, 3-1.
Kind of up and in. It was a good take. You're happy with that take there.
Yeah, that's not what you're looking for, 3-1. Here's the pitch. Caleb up the middle. That's going to rebound off of the second baseman, get to short, and Mitchell was running on contact with 2 outs, and he's going to be able to round third and score. That is great base running. A good effort by the second baseman, but he's unable to get there, and that's similar to a play we had in the first game where it careens off of a player's glove and ends up doing more harm than maybe it just sneaking through.
It was kind of a cue ball right off the end of the bat, got past the pitcher, gets to second base and kicks off his glove into short left, and yeah, we had the exact same thing go against Heights earlier today. Ball that Caleb Eager dove for and unfortunately deflected into behind shortstop position where shortstop was coming over on the play, and it allowed a run to score, and kind of the same thing there.
Here's Burt, the DH. Takes down and in for ball 1. Got some power in this 3-4-5 spot of the lineup. Parker delivers low in the dirt. Good block by the catcher. Here's Burt digging in. Parker deals. Down and away. That'll make it 3-0. I would almost guarantee that a take is coming here. I would like if Burt swung away, but I don't see the green light. Yep, and he'll take ball 4. So that'll make it first and second with 2 outs. A good little 2-out 2-out hitting here. Good eye by Burt.
Yeah, was talking to Coach Rose the other day, and he really remarked about Burt. Had a huge at-bat in the comeback win over Hebron. Offense was kind of stagnant. Burt got on base and started a rally and had a nice comeback win against a big Hebron, strong, big powerhouse program.
Yeah, Heights has not had an easy schedule so far. Even though the record, they're 3-5, they're a lot more talented than what that record shows, to be sure.
Yeah, you can tell by how the Texas high school baseball coaches feel about that. The team was ranked 22nd going into the start of the year, and after going 2-5, stayed 22nd. So you can tell that they are looking at more than, are you winning games? Is hey, who did you play? And anybody can go 7-0. Playing in a bad tournament, and that was not the case. And the way Heights started with 2 huge weekends at the start, and this will be a big test here. All these teams in the Medford are strong, and will be a lot of fun to play.
Here's Morgan Garrett stepping in with 2 on and 2 out, and that'll be popped up to center. Could be trouble, but the center fielder will call him off and make an easy play. However, Heights does scratch across 1 in the first, and I know Coach Rose loves getting a crooked number there in the first inning. So we'll head in to the top of the second with Juan Soto back on the bump, trying to have another good clean inning like he did in the first. Heights 1, Lake Ridge 0.
Mom said you could hear us. Testing this. Test 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you hear us? Test 1, 2, 3, 4.
Welcome to all our Mansfield,
2, 2, 3, 4. We can hear you in the background when you think you're muted. So.
Retirement High School of the Fort Worth ISD. High School of the Fort Worth ISD.
Yeah, it's good.
Leading off for the Eagles, the second baseman, number 14, Jaden.
Back here in the top of the second. Heights has a 1-0 lead so far. Soto steps back on the mound against the second baseman. Here's the pitch. In there for a strike. Good job by Soto so far getting ahead.
Best pitch is always strike 1.
Absolutely. Here's Soto. Swing and a miss. Took a big hack at that one. Soto so far hasn't been throwing much off speed until 2 strikes. Just attacking with that fastball because he knows it's a really good pitch. Here's the 0-2. Fouled away again.
He's just coming right after hitters, which is what you like to see, especially when you have that kind of overpowering stuff. Just go right at him, make him hit. It's a hard gig when you're at the plate right now.
Here's Soto. Kicks and deals. Up and away. That'll make it 1-2. Good chase pitch right there. Nothing wrong with going up top. See if he changes the eye level here. Something low. Low and breaking. He does exactly that. Great spot. Frozen solid.
Nasty pitch. That's 2 strikeouts already for Soto, I believe. Or does that make it 3?
Baseman number 18, Lucas.
3 in a row.
Baseman number 18, Lucas.
I mean, yeah, that's a nasty bender right there. I'm surprised he wasn't. It just completely froze him. Sometimes when that breaking pitch is in the zone, they don't know what they're looking at. That's drilled to center. Noah's sprinting straight back. And that's over his head. He couldn't get there. If Noah, he's going to be in there easily with the triple. If Noah can't catch it, nobody can, to be honest. That's just a great piece of hitting. That's drilled in the deep part of center field with the wind blowing in. He hammered that ball.
Yeah, I think it fooled Noah maybe for a second that it would get out there that far, but once he turned, he was gone and almost got there. Tried to make kind of the Willie Mays diving backwards, Jim Edmonds catch out there and wasn't able to do it.
Yeah, Yates smoked that ball, looking for the fastball. And they're going to try to squeeze. It's fouled straight back.
Interesting call there, going for a little small ball. He's a tough guy to get a bunt down on, I would say, but give him credit. It also tells you how hard, they may think he is to hit if you're trying to give yourself up with a suicide squeeze there.
Here's Soto with the runner on third. Foul back. Yeah, it wasn't even a safety squeeze.
Wasn't a safety squeeze.
He was coming down the line the second he went towards home.
You don't see that too often. I think
we did
you
it a couple
scored,
times.
I believe you scored on one last year.
Yeah, it's terrifying. Running down the line.
It takes some guts, and I think it's one of those where if you're getting the sign, you're thinking, is this real or did I miss
Fly
it?
ball to left. See if he gets behind this ball with a strong throw home. He's not even going to test it. That ended up being a pretty solid throw. Wasn't too deep out there in left center. Nice catch by Tenorio. That's a big out right there. Even when you get a ball to the outfield, it wasn't hit very hard.
Yeah, they didn't even fake it. The runner there on third just stayed right on the bag. Didn't even really watch the throw. Just was like, I'm not doing anything here.
So here's Soto in a big spot with 2 outs. Runner on third. Heights is up 1-0 early on in this game. Here's the pitch. Great little cutter or something there. Had a good lateral movement. Good glove side movement. Yeah, it looked like a slider or a little sweeper. Here comes Soto. He's back with the heat. Up and away. Pitching backwards here a little bit, which is not what he had done to the previous 6 hitters. Soto comes set. Here's the pitch. Fouled off of Salinas' mask back there.
Umpire takes the walk out there as a sign of respect. Let AJ make sure he's all right, as AJ would do, walk a ball out if the umpire took one off the mask as well.
You really sort of build a relationship back there for 2 hours when you're a catcher and an umpire, from what I've heard from my.
You didn't want to be back there,
No,
though.
I did. That's up. Good little pitch there. Too high.
Catchers are different breeds. There's a difference between catching 12U baseball and catching varsity baseball,
For
and
sure.
not everybody wants to keep doing it.
Here's Soto. Coming home. Great pitch with the slider. Completely buckled him. Just like he did the first batter. That's an absolutely perfect spot. He gets out of the inning. Triple with 1 out, I believe, and he strands him completely. That was great gutsy pitching.
Shows why they were thinking about trying to get a squeeze home.
For sure.
People are saying they can hear us between innings. Yeah, even when we have our.
Lake Ridge. So we're back here for the nightcap of the Drew Medford Memorial Tournament Day 1. Lake Ridge Eagles down 1-0 here for the Heights Yellow Jackets. We got 7, 8, 9 due up here. Bryson Tenorio steps in. Good first pitch.
Number 7, Bryson Tenorio.
We got Drew Harris, Grant Harris, Colin Engelbert doing stats, and Brandon Carpenter running everything, including switching our camera, doing PA, doing a little bit of everything, sound, you name it. Mr. BC is the one who set us up with all this. We hope you are enjoying this year's live stream broadcast.
Here's the pitch. That'll be up. Good take by Bryson there.
One and two the count. Good layoff there.
Right after him with the fastball.
Kind
Good
of went the
spot for
same.
that.
Kind of went the same spot. That one a little further out, maybe not quite as up, but that was his plan. That's a hard pitch to lay off when you're down in the count.
I think that might have been a strike as well, too. Yeah, that was a great spot for that. It's really hard to lay off a 0-2 fastball up, especially if it's not like obscenely high. But if it's anything at the letters, it's tough.
And hard to catch up to.
This is Adrian Reyes here, the second baseman. It's his first at-bat of the year as he takes ball one high. Good take there on the low off speed. Winds and kicks. That's drilled to left, but he's going to be able to get back there, camped under it. It's a good first swing for Reyes there for sure.
Yeah.
Got barrel on it.
Put a charge into it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Saw Coach Rose nod at him saying, nice. You know, sometimes nothing you can do. He hit that ball well.
Here's AJ. He's had a good day, both behind the plate and at the dish. The first game. See if he can keep it going. Here's the pitch. Good take there. That might have been a strike in game one, but not now. That was close. Yeah. Here's the pitch. It's down. Two good takes for AJ here.
Seems to be seeing the ball well. Took that first one for a ball, and you could tell he was confident it was a ball. You know, sometimes you just see that body language where a guy's like, yeah, I got this.
I like his loads as well so far. It's a good job by the pitcher to get in there for strike one. Don't want to ever go to 3-0, obviously. Here's the 2-1. That's up and away as well. That misses just barely. Looks close. AJ here with the 3-1 count. Let's see how aggressive he is. I've got to think he's going to be pretty aggressive with nobody on and 2 outs with Noah coming up next if he can get on. Here's the pitch. That's up. Good at bat from AJ.
Yeah, he's had a good day, and if you can put him behind the plate, get Caleb out into the field, that always helps you to get that depth. And you know, the more you play, catcher's a grind, and so if you can spell Caleb and give him some time out in the field, and
AJ's a good defensive catcher in his own right. So
he has good strong arm. Going to be playing college ball next year as well. He's a good, very good player. Rare to have two backstops that'll go on and play college baseball together. I mean, not together,
right,
but both of them playing.
Here's Noah. Parker. Long pause, delivers. Noah, that's a patented hit into left field. They're not going to be able to go first to third. But that's just a classic Noah swing. Stay back on the outside pitch. Serve it into left.
Single by Castillo brings up number 4, Omar Reyes.
Jesus Jackson in as the courtesy runner. Got the stop sign there from Coach Rose. Didn't want to push it. It was right down the left field line, and short throw there would have been a close play. So wanted to give Omar a chance to swing the bat with guy in scoring position.
That's dribble out to short. He's going to need to hurry a little bit. Strong arm. Great pick at first base. Really good pick by Yates. He's had a good day so far with that triple in the second inning and then a great defensive pick right there at first. With that, though, we'll head to the top of the third. Still Heights 1, Lake Ridge nothing.
Once again, welcome to Arlington Heights. Heights Baseball Live. All games broadcast on the Arlington Heights Athletic YouTube page and Huddle Fan. Make sure and follow at Heights_BSB for all the Heights Baseball information. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Thanks for coming out, folks. As a reminder, additional porta potties have been brought into the ballpark right behind the batting cage. So, folks, you don't have to walk all the way up front, but we like to. Leading off, number 4, the catcher, Luke Pelletier.
Back here, Luke Pelletier will lead off, the catcher here for Lake Ridge.
Great pitch from Soto there. Especially, I think the Pelletier was looking fastball as he's gone similarly throughout the night, but it's a great slider to start. That's popped short to short, and Morgan's going to be able to easily snare that for out number 1. Soto just throwing strikes.
Throwing strikes, quick outs. That's the way to do it here. He's thrown 27 pitches so far, and 21 have been strikes. That's a ratio you will take 100 times out of 100.
Especially when they're not hitting them.
Yeah, it's been getting ahead, pounding the zone. Only one ball hit hard. The triple was smoked, and then he was able to strand him there at third because his stuff has been really good.
Here's Soto working on the shortstop, Harper. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. That would have been close. AJ can't squeeze it. Not sure that would have been a strike regardless. Not bad location whatsoever. Yeah, it looked to be just off the plate. That'll make it 2-1. Here's Soto. Right after him, strike 2. When you got a guy throwing strikes, it keeps your defense engaged. Everybody's going. That's gonna be tough for AJ to get. Yeah, drop third strike. Really unlucky.
Those are tough. That pitch was so nasty. Made him look bad. Swung and missed, but the ball just bounced away. Took kind of a funny hop on AJ, and nothing you can do. And at that point, you just kind of throw your hands up and go, man. It's a tough, it's one of those baseball rules that you're like, really? You made it to first for striking out?
Tries to lay down a bunt. Caleb hustles over, but not going to be able to get it.
Popped it up. Yeah, trying to get the ball down on the ground, but it's a tough. They've tried twice and haven't been able to get a bunt down either time.
Here's Soto, checks on his runner. Takes and deals. I'll be down. Good block by AJ.
We're back to the top of the order. First time through, 5 strikeouts for Soto.
That's an impressive piece of hitting to foul that off there. With how up and away it really was. He just put his hands out there and fouled it off, but that's good bat control.
Kind of a murmur in the crowd, like, not what you normally see here on a foul ball.
Yeah.
He flat out to short left his first time up.
It's pounded into the ground. Morgan's going to have to come up on it, throw to first. Makes a wide throw. Karams into right. And so now you've had a strikeout and a dribbler short, and they've got a first and third with 1 out. It's just a tough pill to swallow if you're Soto, because you've made all the right pitches.
Yeah, Morgan had to hurry. Just threw a little wide. Nice job there by Omar Arguello. Doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but right fielder coming in to back that throw up. Kept the runner at first. Didn't allow any further advance. Almost had a chance to back pick him at first base too. Throw wasn't there, but it was close. It was
Absolutely.
a nice job.
That's the stuff that Coach Rose notices. The little things. They're going to safety squeeze, and Soto's going to have no choice but to go to first. And hey, I respect the small ball. They really haven't hit a ball hard this entire inning, but they manufacture a run. So that'll tie the game up. Lake Ridge 1, Heights 1. Now with a runner on second and 1 out. Runner on second and 2 outs? Yes, runner on second and 2 outs. They'll have.
Did a nice job there. Here comes back to bite. The Jackets there. You can tell Lake Ridge fired up. You can tell that's something that they work on. They've tried to bunt 3 times and got one down, got a run in, and dugout was going crazy. And that's one of those that coaches love. If you can get a bunt, move a runner over, do the little things, and he got a perfect bunt down there.
Here's the 3-hole. Austin, center fielder. It's up and away. Here's Soto on a 1-1 count. Looks back his runner. Fires in high with the fastball. And he's up to 39 pitches now. Soto looks back the runner. Coming home with it. That's drilled to left, and that's just going to burn Tenorio. Didn't get a good jump on it, but he wasn't catching that. That's going to be an easy stand-up double. And all of a sudden, Lake Ridge has the 2-1 lead. That's a great piece of hitting.
It was hammered. Tenorio looked like he maybe didn't see it off the bat. He never would have gotten there. It was a double all the way no matter what, but kind of took a weird little turn at it and maybe lost it in the lights or something. But it got on him. He's playing shallow, and that ball was smoked.
Yeah, that was a slider that didn't really – they just spun up there hanging, and he punished it for sure.
first trouble Soto's found here and see if he can get out of it, limit the damage here. That's what you can deal with 2 runs. You don't want to turn into 3 or 4 run inning here.
Good job by Soto. Get back in there, get throwing strikes after a good piece of hitting by Austin. Let's bring up the 4-hole. Soto looks the runner back, coming home. That's a fly ball to center. Noah ranging over, makes the grab. That looked, had a farther run than I thought he was going to have to. Made a little sketch, but does haul it in. But on a Lake Ridge manufactured inning, they're able to, dink and dunk all the way until the big double there to score the run. So they bring in 2. They're going to take the lead going into the bottom of the 3rd. We've got Heights' middle of the order coming up. Mitchell, Eager, and Burt. Lake Heights 1.
Leading off for the Yellow Jackets, number 12, Mitchell Carpenter.
We're back here in the bottom of the 3rd. Lake Ridge leading the Yellow Jackets 2-1. That'll bring up Mitchell Carpenter, the first baseman. Step in there. We'll take a strike on the outside corner. It's a good spot for the first pitch. That'll miss a little down. Not a bad spot, though. Kicks and deals. That's there. He's working Mitchell away. He doesn't want to come inside. So, curious to see what this next. I would expect something change of the eye level to try to get Mitchell to chase. He'll go back inside. Good take by Mitchell to not get greedy there.
That was a tough pitch to handle. Coming down and in.
He'll go back away. He's spotting up well. He's changing directions, changing locations. Excuse me. And he's really hitting his spots on where he wants to go. Inside, outside, backdoor slider, and then goes back outside. Mitchell's doing a good job fighting in this at bat. Really good to shorten up there and just foul that fastball off to the left side. Here's the 2-2. Mitchell fouls it off again. Good at bat.
Yeah, good battle here. Parker works exclusively out of the stretch, even with nobody on. Some guys will do it. Morgan Garrett will do it. Some like to come out of the wind, but it's kind of a nice thing that once you get guys on base, you're already used to coming out of the stretch.
It's a jam shot to third. Strong throw. He's not able to pick it that time, and he's going to get second because it went into the dugout. I couldn't really tell from this angle. It looked like it just hit off the wall over there, but no, it went into the dugout. So Mitchell has a good at-bat, is rewarded for it with a little E6, and then is able to advance on the throw.
Yeah, hit the netting there maybe alongside. I couldn't tell. It must have gone all the way in and back out. It was kind of a goofy play there.
Down with the slider. Keb will start the at-bat.
Haven't kept Mitchell off base yet today. 4 hits, a walk, and now reached on air.
It's down and in for ball 2. Here's the pitch. Caleb chops it to third. It was a foul ball. It was close. This is the heart of the order here. You got Caleb and then Burt, 2 big power threats. So if you can get a handle of one, they're respecting him out in right field especially. They've got right fielder played way back there.
Looks to be playing
That's
deeper
down.
than center fielder.
I was gonna say, yeah. Here's the 3-1. He's at his best when he's going to right center, so we'll see if he can get something middle away here. He'll hammer it past the third baseman into left field. We'll see if Mitchell's sent. He's gonna round. He bobbles it in left, and so he'll score easily. Great job to immediately answer after the long top half of the inning to immediately get to second base, and then Caleb hits him in. That's a great start for the Jackets offense in this inning.
It seemed like Parker had settled in. He's looking for the quick shutdown inning, and instead he's got 2 batters faced and a run in against him, and the game's tied. And part of that just being the ground ball he got, and they make an error, and all of a sudden you got a run in against you.
Burt squares, then pulls back.
Something Coach Rose, nobody's bigger than anybody else. Everybody's got to be able to bunt, and no matter if you're batting 4, 5, 9, 2, 1, everybody has a chance. We've seen Mitchell Carpenter square around, and here's Burt Rubio trying to get him advanced to second base.
And he'll pop it. Oh, okay. And that's going to get into right field, and they're going to get to second and third. It was a really awkward play. The bunt was really high, but it one-hops to the pitcher. He didn't really know if he should come in and catch it in the air or catch it on a bounce. And then instead of going to second where Caleb wasn't running at all because he didn't want to get doubled off, he goes to first and makes a bad throw. And so that's just a gift from the Eagles to the Jackets, as we're able to get second and third with nobody out on a bunt that really wasn't what he was trying to do.
It wasn't. There should have been. You should be here with 2 outs, or not in the mess that they're in. But yeah, it totally fooled. He had time. Caleb was stopped. He was 10 feet off the base, thinking it might get caught, and wasn't running. And he threw to first instead, and a wild throw. And all of a sudden, you've got door wide open, and here comes a squeeze for Heights.
So both teams dueling with the squeezes with runners on.
And if you've seen this, you're just trying to put a ball on the ground. Now you've put 2 balls in play. They've made errors, and so keep doing it. Make them make a play.
Here's Morgan with second and third and nobody out. Drills it, and that's a great piece of hitting through the shortstop and the third baseman. That's exactly what Morgan needed. That's exactly what Heights needed. Is they'll take the 1-run lead. They're up 3-2 now in the bottom of the second, but still nobody out and runners on first and third. That's just an inside fastball that Morgan just turns on and shoots it through that gap. That's all you want to do. Put it in play, and he hit it hard.
He hit the ball hard 3 times earlier this afternoon and had nothing to show for it, and good to see him get one to pull right through that left side. That's what you have to do. You can't give good teams 4 outs in an inning, and you for sure can't give them 5 outs in an inning, and that's what the Eagles have done here, and it's helped open the floodgates here.
He shows bunt, and Garrett just will take his base at second on a steal. So now we're set up once again at second and third and nobody out. The Eagles don't want to make this a big inning. It seemed like Parker was settled in, but now he's already at 51 pitches and counting with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Chops that foul. It really did seem like he was settled in, and then Mitchell advances obviously on that air, and then look what happens after that. Immediately Caleb's able to smoke one, and then it's all downhill from there. That's blasted into left. He's going to camp under it in left field, come home. Bert's going to tag, and he'll score easily as well. So great job by Bryson, doing a job. Little sac fly, doesn't hurt the batting average, gets you an RBI, gets Heights a 2-run lead.
Good contact there, hit it well, and no chance to throw him out at home. He threw to third to keep the runner Morgan Garrett out there at second. Yeah, it's hard. As a pitcher, you know, defense lets you down, and it's hard to not get in your head, and then you make an error on yourself and think, oh my gosh, what did I do? And so it's hard to do it.
So Adrian moves the runner over. I know Coach Robes loves that. If you got a runner on second, just hit something on the ground to the right side. Move that runner over regardless. The first baseman's able to collect himself, tag out Adrian as he's running to first. And now we've got Salinas in the 9-hole trying to bring in Morgan with 2 outs and a runner on third. That's hit hard, but foul.
Now there's a sign up in the Heights dugout, and it's, you know, what is a good at bat, and of course hits are on there and walks and everything, but it's moving the lead runner is one of the deals, and you know there's a lot of things that these coaches see, and long at bats, a 6+ pitch at bat, making pitchers work, and there's a lot of different things that go into making a winning play.
Yeah, we've seen a little bit of all of that board so far. Sac fly, good at bats, walks, bunts, obviously hitting. So I'm sure that chart is being filled up with initials as we speak.
Good to see Reyes he's had 2 good at bats, and you know smoked the ball to left. They got caught and moved the runner there. Good to get it. You know when you get a chance, jump in and do your thing.
It's in there for a strike. That'll make it 1-2 on AJ. Salinas here looking to just put something in play with 2 strikes and 2 outs. He'll shorten up and foul it off. He was really late on that pitch, but you know, as long as you're still fighting, that's all that matters. Here's the pitch. That's a good off-speed pitch.
It was a good pitch. I would have been like AJ there. Being late on the pitch before, you're expecting fastball again, I think, there, and he kind of pulled the string, a little slider, and you know you don't expect him to come and you know speed your bat up.
So that's a great inning from Heights there. They're able to tack on 3, and so they'll take a 2-run lead, 4-2, heading into the top of the 4th.
Off for the Eagles. First baseman number 18, Lucas Yates.
Back here for the top half of the 4th, we've got Lucas Yates leading off, who drilled the triple to center and had a nice pick there in the 2nd inning. So we'll see if he can get something started for the Eagles here. because they need to be able to rally back after that big inning for Heights, as he'll take a slider that's in there for strike one. Here's Soto. Big swing and a miss fastball. Good job switching, mixing up speeds for Soto with a bunch of these hitters. He's really not. We saw Castillo in the first game was kind of going away on the fastball every single hitter because he was facing mostly righties. But Soto's been switching it up on the first pitch, pitching backwards, mixing things up. That makes it really hard for a hitter to tell the hitters behind him that this is what he's doing, but you really don't know when he's switching it up that much, and so that's something that Soto's done really well so far, and it's part of the reason that he really shouldn't have given up 2 runs and easily has 1 earned, I believe. So we'll see what he does here with the 0-2 pitch. Here's Soto. That's hit high to center. Castillo has no problem out there, and that'll be a harmless out number 1. That's big to get him out after the at-bat he had last time.
Third baseman number 9.
Yeah, just a kind of a lazy fly ball there. Hit it okay, but right at Noah.
Here's Preston Willick, the third baseman. Good pitch away. I'm surprised he chased it at a first pitch that far away, because I don't think that's where Soto was necessarily trying to go, but it works for strike 1.
Fooled him a little bit. I think he it had some movement maybe and went away from him. I think he thought it was more down the middle, and it ended up being 8 inches off the plate.
Goes back to that similar spot with the fastball now. Really good job, especially after the longer drawn-out inning. He's going right after the hitters, like he was doing in that inning, to be fair. But right now he's attacking, and you really like to see that after he's thrown. He started off the first 2 innings really efficient, and then last inning got a little bit away from him. But he's going right back and goes to the fastball once again. And that's a great start to this inning for him. He's only thrown 5 pitches in this inning. Already has 2 outs, especially for the heart of the lineup. That's big to get Yates and Willick out.
Willick just looked overmatched there. Three straight balls thrown, and he swung and missed at all of them. Wasn't particularly close at any of them.
Soto getting ahead once again. He already has 6 Ks in this game. Through 3 2/3. He's been dominant.
He did
That's hit hard to short. Oh, Morgan almost made a really nice play there. Good effort. That's hit really hard. Nothing you can really do. Good piece of hitting by Ellison there to get a runner on with 2 outs.
Yeah, he squared that ball up well. Good effort there by Morgan, and just wasn't able to. It was another one of those that just caromed off the glove, and it wasn't going to lead to a double, but another one of those goofy ones that kind of ends up in no man's land.
Morgan had a couple of really nice diving plays last year, I remember. He's really athletic over there. As that's shot for a base hit to right. Going to round second is Ellison. And so that'll end up with runners on first and second. Good job by Pelletier there to just serve that ball on the right. That's a great job of staying back, especially after Soto had 2 quick outs and then immediately gives up back-to-back singles. So Rosen can go out and talk to him. We'll see what the decision is.
Yeah, one of those probably settle him down a little bit. He looked dominant first two batters in the inning, and then all of a sudden you get knocked around a little bit. Make sure he can bear down here and get out of this. Keep Heights with the lead.
Soto's up to 52 pitches at this point. So not in trouble. This is right about where you want to be, but just something to keep an eye on as he's getting up 2 back-to-back singles here to make a little bit of trouble here after what seemed to be a quick inning initially. Here's Harper.
Harper reached on a swinging strikeout the first time.
And then scored.
Came around to score. Kind of that goofy inning where things just kind of got out of hand.
Hit that short to Morgan. Easy play, 6-3. Great job getting out of the inning there. Immediately after Coach Rose goes and talks to him, settles down, finds the zone. First pitch is able to get that ground ball. Easy play for Morgan going across the diamond. So good inning there for Soto. We'll see if Heights can keep the momentum going with their bats once again as we head to the bottom of the fourth. It'll be Heights 4, Lake Ridge 2.
We're back here at Tommy Elliott Field. Beautiful facility on the campus of Arlington Heights. No place better to play baseball in DFW.
In the world, I would say.
That's very, very possible. Grant graduated here in 2024.
Castillo leads off the inning with the chopped ground ball to third. Trying to go to the left field again, but just chopped that one a little bit. Top of the order.
Yeah, that's
here.
3 out of his last 4 at-bats that I think he's put the first pitch in play on.
That's a really good point because I think in the first game I was making a point of how he loves to go deep into at-bats, but then he's seen some pitches he's liked to hit, and he's gone at them. Hasn't worked out every single time. Trent Parker up to 60 pitches now, facing Arguello, the right fielder. Swings and chops it foul. Tough to go to an 0-2 hole there. You really don't want to make this a quick inning after the kind of blow-up inning in terms of pitches for Parker. But if you do that, it's going to make it a quick inning and quick. Makes it really easy for the pitcher to get back in a rhythm and get your bats right out there again. So we'll hopefully Mitchell will be able to put together a little at bat here. You don't really want to see him swinging at the first 2 pitches probably, because you don't want to make this a less than 8 pitch inning for Parker. Good take there by Mitchell. Parker comes set out of the stretch. Mitchell wave and a miss. Mitchell has reached every time he's come up and he hits a ball to center. I might have jinxed him there, but he'll fly out to center. So that's a quick inning for Parker. Really good work. Only about 8 pitches thrown, so that's not really what you want to see if you're Heights. Great job by Lake Ridge to settle down after that big last inning and try to get the bats going here as we take you to the top of the 5th with Arlington Heights up 4 over the Lake Ridge Eagles of 2.
Clear. Back here at Arlington Heights for the Drew Medford Memorial Tournament. Day 1. Lots more baseball coming up tomorrow. 4 games here at Heights, starting Arlington Martin against Heights at 11 a.m., Arlington Martin against Trinity Valley at 1:30, Benbrook and Trinity Valley at 4, and then Benbrook and Heights at 6:30 tomorrow.
Leadoff hitter Marcus White here. Takes strike 1 on the outer corner.
Been a good day of baseball for all the Heights teams so far. Varsity won 6-1 earlier here against Lamar.
White pounds it into the ground. Going to be a tricky play here. PFPs for Soto makes a really nice play to get the tag. Was worried he was going to try to flip it to Mitchell. He might not have had time to do that. Goes ahead and makes the tag. Secures it with 2 hands. Great PFPs from Soto there, and the coaches love to see that. So that's a great job to get a quick first out. And he's done a really good job of that in every inning. He's gotten the first batter out. No leadoff walks, none of that stuff. He's attacking hitters and getting ahead early.
That was a good play. I mean, one of those plays where pitcher, first baseman, and the runner are all converging.
There's a bunt to the left side. Caleb charges in. Really strong throw. Skips it. And that
got away
gets
from
past first.
Got away from Mitchell, but good job there. Backing up by Reyes and tried to pick him because he kind of made a turn like he was going towards second, but was able to scramble back. Mitchell wasn't able to snag that one either. I think he would have been back in under the tag regardless.
That's a really tough play for both Mitchell and Caleb, as Caleb has a really strong arm, has to come in and hustle with that, and just short hops it a little bit, and it's a tough pick as a first baseman to make that play. Picked over to first. He'll be back easily. Soto facing the center fielder, Austin. Takes it down and away.
I was saying good day for Heights baseball. JV Blue team, which is the sophomore junior group, picked up a 5-4 win over Brewer, and the JV Gold team had an 8-0 win over in Arlington earlier today as well.
Soto with his A move now. Tries to go over and get a pick there, but unable to do so. Fallon gets back safe. He's got some wheels. You can tell he's creeping over there. Be watching for a steal. Might go. And Austin, takes a strike there. That'll make it 1-1.
He keeps his feet moving at all times. I feel like that's something that maybe you guys did last year too on leads. Is that what I remember, where guys keep kind of both feet up, down, up, down, up, down?
Yeah, you want to have your cleats just going in and out of the turf so you don't get stagnant. It's a lot easier when you got your lower half already twitching, ready to go. I don't know how much they've implemented that this year, but at least last year, towards the end of the year, when we wanted to start stealing some more bases and be more active on the base pass, we did implement a similar technique to that. As here he goes. It's a hit and run. Ball hit deep to right. It's going to be a tough play. And it's gone.
Wow.
It was tough to see in the lights, but he goes oppo on a hit and run.
Oppo bomb over the Fort Worth, Texas logo out there, and that makes it a tie ball game. 2-run big fly.
It's a really good job there by Austin. I mean, he just sits back on that ball and he hammered it. He didn't take too big of a swing either. He just that was just a fastball that he put a really good swing on, and it went out to right over the FW on the Fort Worth, Texas.
You could tell it was over Arguello's head. I thought it was just going to get off the wall.
Base of the wall, yeah, me too. But it got out. That'll tie the game. Big swing there. Wow. It's tough to, hit a Soto fastball that's got movement, it's got velocity. But if you make solid contact on it, it is going to go because of how dominant Soto's fastball can be, but if you can turn around, and he didn't even turn around, he sat on that thing and had a great swing. There's the 1-1 in there for a strike.
A brand new ball game here in the top of the fifth, 4-4.
Oh, and that was a sword. I don't even know really what that pitch was. I think it was a high off-speed pitch, but I don't think anybody wanted it. Yeah, that was a high curveball. That's not where Soto wanted it, I don't think. And I don't think the batter knew what was going on there, but he tied himself up, and that'll be his second out of the inning.
Strikeout number 7 for Soto.
That'll miss away.
Good to see him bounce back there from giving up the home run, come back, get a strikeout.
See how he attacks Yates here. Had the big triple earlier on. Misses with back-to-back off-speed pitches there. 2-0. Salinas now coming out. Have a little chat with Soto, try to calm him down. Soto's now at 66 pitches, which still isn't astronomical. It just shows like how efficient he's been, even though he's given up some runs overall. He's really been efficient and hasn't walked anybody, as a matter of fact. So, yeah, he's done a good job. I mean, they've had some good swings, and you know, there's not much you can ask for when you're throwing strike. If they're hitting it at some point, is if you're making those good pitches. So.
They definitely took better swings on him second time through the order. And now coming through here the third time. You know, he struck out 5 of the first 9 batters and just has picked up 2 since. Still throwing well, but they're putting good swings on it.
Yeah, they're seeing it better as that's in there for strike 1. I'll make it 3-1 to Yates. And Yates takes a big hack there. He was trying to put it over Noah's head again. I'll make it a full count. This is big for Soto here to try to get out of this inning with only the 2 runs given up, and he'll miss for ball 4. And this is where I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing some action in the bullpen.
Number 9, Preston Welling. Number 9, Preston Welling.
Willick 0 for 2 with a strikeout on the night so far. Squares around, and he will lay down the bunt with 2 outs, testing Soto's fielding ability, but he makes it look easy.
Nice play there. Set his feet and came up throwing. Nice strike there to Carpenter.
So they get out of the inning, but the Lake Ridge Varsity Eagles are able to tie up the game with a big home run by the center fielder, Austin. Once again, we've got a tie game, brand new ball game here going into the bottom of the 5th. It is Lake Ridge 4, Heights 4. 4, 5, 6 coming up.
Caleb Eager stands in here, third baseman, first team All-State catcher a year ago. And he takes a hack at the first pitch, swings and foul tips it. It's no balls and 1 strike.
Hammers it right back where it came from. Great piece of hitting to start. Caleb's been seeing it really well. I mean, he's been seeing it well all season, but today especially, he's been on it.
And right on time. That's a couple of balls right back up the middle.
Yeah, that's how you know you're perfectly on time, when you're squaring it up. It's going it right back where the pitcher threw it.
Wouldn't be surprised to see Rubio square around here either.
He'll pull back on a low ball. Burt 0 for 1 with a walk today, has scored a run. Excuse me. 0 for 0 with a walk and a sack bunt. Thank you. Eager slides back in. They've been picking off. They've been looking at Eager in this game as well as
Eager's
last game.
He's an aggressive base runner. Doesn't run as much maybe as others because he's gets courtesy run for as a catcher, but obviously playing third, he's not getting run for here, and he can run and is aggressive, always looking to take the extra base.
It's almost like he wants to make the most of his opportunities when he runs, when he's not getting pinch ran for. And Burt, once again, similar to the first thing, can't get it down. He just bunts it straight back to the pitcher, and that's what the pitcher probably should have done in the first time he sack bunted.
Yeah, that one wasn't as much of a pop-up. It was up in the air but kind of on the line. A much easier play and easier to read again for Caleb to get back. But, yeah, very, very similar. I'm sure he kind of had some flashbacks there, Parker, on what to do.
Here's Morgan, 1 for 2 with an RBI single. He's had some great at-bats today. He'll take a strike there on the fastball. Parker himself has been around the zone all day, similar to Soto.
It was pitch 74 there for Parker. 46 strikes, so he's about 2/3 strikes. He's done a nice job.
Morgan chops it foul. Good fight, 0-2. Parker looks back eager. Comes home. And that looked like it spun up there a little bit, but Morgan got just under it, and that'll be a lazy fly ball. Center hit it high. That was definitely not the spot that Parker wanted to throw it, but it ends up being out anyway. Morgan's probably kicking himself that he couldn't square that one up a little better. He was just under it.
Just under it, yep.
Number 7, Bryson Tenorio.
It was up a little bit. He just couldn't get on top of it.
Sometimes when a ball's hung that bad, it's hard to get up to it on a breaker like that because you don't know how much it's really going to break. So, but he's had great at bats all day. Just got under that one. Tenorio here, 0 for 1 with an RBI and a strikeout.
Lifted a sac fly to left last time up.
Here's the pitch. Inside for ball 2. Parker delivers. Foul back for Tenorio. 2-1 now. Here it comes. Good take for Tenorio on a low and away slider. That'll make it 3-1. Parker's wanting Trent Parker's going to want to come right at him here too. Tenorio's got to be ready to try to put something in the gap here. Maybe score a run with 2 outs because Caleb, as we've said, he's aggressive, but he's also going to be running on contact with 2 here. And he's going to run immediately and just take his base. Now it's 3-2 with 2 outs. He won't be able to run immediately on the pitch, however, as there's nobody behind him at first. Tenorio fouls it back. He's on it, timing-wise. Parker's up to 80 pitches now in the bottom of the 4th. Excuse me, the bottom of the 5th. 4 2/3 completed. Looks back eager, kicks and deals, and that's down. And Caleb's gonna be able to advance all the way to 3rd. It's a good base running there. He run, and Tenorio's gonna take 2nd as well. Great base running. I was about to compliment Eager, but we can compliment Tenorio as well. That was a great. Oh, now they're gonna say they called time maybe, but I'm not sure why that would be the case.
Interesting. Why he would have had to go back there. That should have still been
I'm really confused why they.
Should have been a live ball. I'm not sure where time would have been
granted. That's in there. Strike 1.
I would love an explanation on that.
Watching the replay, he signals for time, but I don't know why he would need to do that, as it's still a live ball. I don't understand. That's a big swing and a miss there from Reyes. I'm sure Rose wants him to stay shorter on that, as we already have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. You just want to put something in play here, try to score a run. Definitely wanting him to shorten up in a spot like this with 2 outs. Tenorio's on the move, able to hold his swing.
Good check there. Kind of a nasty pitch, and was able to lay off. Thought about it, saw the spin, and was able to keep his hands back.
Big pitch here. 1-2 count, 2 outs, 2nd and 3rd. Reyes chops it to short. Going to be able to set his feet, make a strong throw. And Trent Parker does a great job of getting out of trouble right there. So Heights is going to be a little bit disappointed that they're not able to come through with a crooked number. We'll be curious to see if they will bring out Soto once again for the top of the 6th here. We'll be back for the top of the 6th as we got a tie game here. Arlington Heights 4, Lake Ridge 4.
To the top of the 6th, all tied at 4. Thanks for coming out to the True Medford Memorial Day 1. Full slate of games tomorrow here at Arlington Heights. 4 games on the schedule. Starting at 11 a.m. tomorrow right here at Thomas Ray Elliott Field.
First game is Heights against Martin at 11 a.m.
Arlington Martin will come to visit the Heights Yellow Jackets at 11 a.m. tomorrow for the first game of the Friday matchup. True Medford Memorial Tournament.
Back here for the top of the sixth. Juan Soto back on the mound. He will face Ellison here, who's 1 for 2, struck out, and had a single. Soto at 71 pitches through 5. As a reminder, high school baseball, 7 innings, and they were playing also a 2-hour time limit here, which shouldn't come into play, but otherwise 7-inning game. So we're getting late here with the top of the sixth. One score from across town. Pascal leads Trinity Valley 7-4 in the bottom of the fourth. Earlier, the Panthers tied LD Bell 2-2 in their afternoon game. Obviously, Heights and Pascal will play on Saturday night here at Heights. That game alternates site to site each year. This year it is back at Heights, and that is a 7 o'clock game on Saturday night. Scholarship ceremony will kick off at 6:30.
Really good slider there from Soto. I need to ask him what he calls that pitch. If it's a sweeper, if it's a slider. Doesn't really look like a curveball. It doesn't have as much vertical drop, but it's definitely got horizontal movement. That is for sure. Maybe that might have been a curveball.
Is that something that the program does? Did you get a chance to hit off of the varsity pitchers last year in practices, or is that maybe only early on, or how does that work?
Throughout the season, we didn't hit off of them as much, but early on in the season, we'd do it. But it was a little different, as they would be only able to throw maybe 1 or 2 off-speed pitches. So it was a little bit different. Every once in a while, we had a week off at one point, and then we did a scrimmage where we faced them live. But yeah, it's really interesting to see, especially asking the pitchers, because that ball's hit into right for a single. It's really interesting to ask the pitchers like what they call their different pitches, because some guys will call that, oh, that's a slider, and then some guys it's like, oh, it's a curveball, and it's like, well, I feel like that's where we've gotten to the point where it's like, oh, it's just a sweeper, which like I don't really love that term, as it's kind of encapsulates a lot into it. It's pretty broad, but yeah, I should ask Soto after the game and see what he wants me to call that.
Yeah, and fastballs aren't just fastballs anymore, and you see that when you watch see a game on MLB.com, and it's a 99-mile-an-hour sinker.
That's a great push bunt. Mitchell's able to make a really athletic play with that 6'7" frame. That's a really good play. Perfect push bunt, able to get it. That's exactly where you want the push bunt, in that triangle of death over there a little bit. Past Soto, the second baseman, Reyes, is not able to get there, and so it's all up to Mitchell to be able to range over to his right and then get back and able to make a play with the tag. So that was a really good job. It does do a job and gets the runner to second, but he was definitely trying to go bunt for a hit there as well with how he pushed that to the right side.
He was, and when he laid it down, he thought he had it. That took a big-time play there by Carpenter.
And that smoked up the middle. Noah's going to gather on one hop, throw it in. Mitchell's – there's a play at the plate, and they're going to call him safe at home. Wow. It was a perfect throw from Noah on the one hop.
Nice job by Carpenter to let it go through.
Let it go.
I thought they had him.
It does look like he was
interesting.
Probably safe. I think AJ might have barely missed the tag there. So it looks like the left hand sneaks in there barely, but it's a huge run on 2 outs to make it 5-4 in favor of Lake Ridge now.
The umpire was all over it. You couldn't be in a better position. I mean, he had a great look at it, and you can see him right on top of it.
And the runner's able to advance to second as Mitchell let the ball through, rightly so. Just an unfortunate scene there as you're able to get out of the inning, assuming that the play is made at home with still it being a tie game. But now you're in more trouble as it's 2 outs with a runner on second and you're down 1.
It was good piece of hitting. Took it right back up the middle. Noah did a nice job. Charged it, caught it on a hop, and threw a strike. Just didn't get him.
That was the leadoff hitter, Marcus White. We got a foul and now the 2-hole. So this is the dangerous part of the order. If it starts to begin to get to an inning where it's kind of dragged out, that's not really what you want with this part of the lineup. And that's in there for a backdoor curveball for a strike. Great spot right there. That's pretty much unhittable as a 0-0 pitch. Looks back the runner to flash the high hand, and they go for the timing move. Morgan does a really good job to keep that in front and catch it, because that could have been bad going in the outfield. Noah was there to back it up, but I think the runner definitely would have gotten to third if not tried for home.
I think so too, because the throw from Soto was tailing away. Would have taken Noah more into right center field.
Squares to bunt. Did offer at it, so that'll make it 0-2 here for Soto. Really got to limit the damage here and hope to get out with a one-run deficit, as you still have 2 more innings to score. Definitely not out of this game by any stretch, but you would really like to take this to still be a 1-run game. As here's Soto. That looked to be in there to me. Might have been a little inside. It's 1-2 now for Fallon. Not Jimmy.
Late night. Was that a late night joke? Yeah, it is late at night here.
Soto steps off.
Ben, your job's in that scaffolding out there. Just kidding. Good job today, Ben.
Soto toes the rubber with a 1-2 count. Runner on second and a 1-run ball game here. That is in there for strike 3.
Nasty
Fallon
pitch.
didn't love it, but
Caught the inside. He's done a nice job behind the plate there. That was maybe a little bit generous, but a nice pitch.
So Soto's able to get out of it with only allowing the 1 run. Heights is going to need to come up with their part of the order in order to tie this game. They've got 2 chances to do it. Love to scratch for 1 or 2 here. We'll take it into the bottom of the 6th with Lake Ridge with a 5-4 lead over Arlington Heights.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? Now pitching for the Lake Ridge Eagles, number 25, Sean Wilson. Wilson now pitching.
Back here in the bottom of the 6th, AJ Salinas will lead off. We got 9-1-2. Try to flip the batting order here. Get the top of the order with a runner on. The Lake Ridge Eagles do go to a new pitcher. It's going to be Sean Wilson, the lefty, to face AJ and then Noah coming up.
Let them know we lost our center field camera.
That'll be low and away. We do have a casualty to report on the broadcast. We have lost our center field camera to a battery death, so we will have to look at it from the home plate camera, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. As Salinas takes that ball. It'll be a 2-0 count now.
Need that extended battery life.
Put it on low power mode or something.
Always good when there's that much baseball that we run out of battery.
That's in there for a strike with the fastball.
2-1. Salinas doing anything he can here to get on base, get that leadoff runner on the first sack.
Takes a big hack there. Swings and misses. That'll be a 2-2 count now. Sean Wilson doing a good job so far to get 2 back-to-back strikes. Throw a little changeup, something off speed up and away. Not exactly where he wanted to spot it, I'd imagine. That'll make it a big 3-2 full count here for Salinas. Try to get a runner on for the top of the order coming up. And he does a great job there, taking a really close pitch right off the corner. Hypes up his dugout. We've got Noah in the top of the order coming up for your Yellow Jacket. That's a big walk there for Salinas.
Yeah, good energy there. That's his second walk of the day. He's been seeing the ball, or of this game, he's been seeing the ball really well. Yeah, took a couple steps toward first and got his guys fired up. He was happy with his walk and knows he's done his job. Now you got Noah, who, great hitter, but can really lay down a bunt here. I wouldn't be surprised to see him kind of bunt for a base hit and move the runner.
And that's exactly what he'll do. Jesus Jackson, the pinch runner, will move over to second. Not exactly where Noah wants that to be placed, but he does a great job moving the runner regardless. I mean, if you reach on the bunt, that's a bonus. But just to do the job there, move the runner. It's great work there from Noah. He can really do it all.
Number 4,
Omar Arguello still looking for his first hit in this game. This would be a big spot to do it here. Try to drive in a run with the speedy Jackson on second base. Waves and misses at the outside fastball for strike 1.
You got to be thinking going the other way here. Not try to do too much. Stay within yourself and shoot one over to the right side.
Fouls it back. Is at bats today. He's gotten down in a bit of a hole. Quick out. I like the aggressiveness, swinging early, but that if you're not, putting those in play, you kind of create a hole for yourself. Let's see what he can do with 2 strikes here. Try to shorten up and slap something to the right side. It's a good job fighting that pitch off too.
He's had a good start to the season and moved up early on in the year. Was batting lower and has moved up to the 2-hole to help in place of Scooter New, who unfortunately was lost due to injury.
Good take there on the up and away pitch.
Scooter had lived in that 2-hole for
As
a
long
couple
as
of
I can
seasons.
remember,
Yeah. And so Omar's been the guy to fill that void so far.
Wilson checks the runner. Comes home. Down. 2-2. Way to battle back into this at-bat. Go down 0-2 quickly. Fight off a pitch and then take 2 balls. That's a great job to sort of even it and get yourself back in here with confidence that you can do a job, at least move the runner, hopefully bring him into score. And that's exactly what he'll do, is shoot it up the middle. It'll be a play for second and another great pick from the first baseman. It was a low throw, really low throw, kind of a tough hop as well, but the first baseman's making it easy. Yates is over there, but that's a good job by Arguello, moving the runner at the very least. You just now are going to rely on Mitchell to try to get game-tying hit here with a runner on third and 2 outs. Heights is still down 1. This is a big spot for Mitchell here, especially lefty-lefty. Here's Wilson. Carpenter takes, and that's going to get away. Jackson is safe to tie the game. That is absolutely huge. It is now a 5-5 game. That's such a good read on that ball because it didn't get away far, and he got to it quickly. There was a lot of urgency there from the catcher. He understood what was happening, but Jackson just got an immediate jump. Does a perfect job of aggressive base running to tie the game, and that's really a fantastic job.
I was about to say it, which sounds like, yeah, of course you were, but getting over to third, Arguello helping him, yes, it's with 2 outs, but it's still, especially in high school baseball, puts that into play where a wild pitch, pass ball can score a run, and that was great heads up there. Jesus Jackson getting a chance to run the bases again and made a nice head first dive into home and got in to tie the ball game.
That's exactly what you want to do as a pinch runner, especially. You get your chance. You really contribute to the team right there. It's awesome. Tie ball game now. New life for the Jackets in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. 1-2 count for Carpenter. And he'll smash that ball. It's going to be just foul. Just hooked it a little bit. Little early on the off speed there.
Yeah, he spiked that first pitch. It didn't want to give Carpenter a first pitch fastball, I think. Threw the curveball, and it got away.
Mitchell's going to wear a curveball in the back. And the dugout is fired up. This is really good small ball, especially when you consider that they don't have a hit in this inning, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Walk, then a sac bunt, ground out, wild pitch, hit by pitch. And
that's how you manufacture runs. That's kind of how it went for Lake Ridge's first and second runs there. Is they didn't really. I mean, they ended up having the hits that brought them in, but.
And they will intentionally walk Eager.
Wow.
Interesting choice here to put the go-ahead run at second base automatically, but Eager obviously a dangerous hitter, but that's interesting to put the winning or potential go-ahead run 90 feet closer.
I'm shocked. Rubio's a good hitter in his own right, and he's obviously going to take a little bit of offense to that, and he really wants to make him pay here, I'm sure.
Coach Rose slapped him on the back and said, let's do this. This is what you want.
Burt takes high. And this is what you kind of, I know it's one ball, but you put some pressure on your pitcher. You're putting more runners on. I mean, I would understand if it was runner on second and you just, harmlessly move Caleb to first. But when you're moving those runners up, that makes it hard for the pitcher, as that'll be bounced right back to the pitcher. Easy play. And so the decision to intentionally walk Eager will pay off. But Arlington Heights is able to tie it up with some good base running, good small ball, excellent execution to make it 5-5 here as we go to the top of the 7th in the final inning. All tied up here. We'll see who Heights brings in to close it out. We'll be back here in the top of the 7th. Heights 5, Lake Ridge 5.
No extra innings. Somebody's got to score right here. Somebody's got to score right here.
Yeah, with only a runner on first.
Yeah.
Because you got to get a double. Back here for the top of the 7th. All knotted up 5-5. This will be the last inning. There will not be extra innings here tonight. So Caleb Eager comes to the mound, making his second appearance. This is a tough spot to come into here. This is Austin. He's the guy who homered his last time. Taking a little extra time, asks for time, steps back out, but he hit a bomb to right field. That's a lot of power. This wind going the other way. So there's a reason he's their 3-hole hitter. So Eager with a challenging start here, 3-4-5.
And what I'm most impressed about that homer is it was on a hit and run. Like, he was just trying to shorten up, and he just stayed on it and crushed it. So when you're not trying to do too much and you're just trying to hit a line drive to the second baseman, it ends up working out really well, obviously, for Austin. There's a ground ball to Morgan.
They're saying that Rubio was off the bag. Garrett threw a little wide toward the right field side, and Rubio not able to stay on the bag there.
It looked close. I didn't think the throw was that wide. I'm surprised.
Umpires are going
He came off
talk
there
about
and
it.
talk about it.
Yeah, I thought maybe he had kept a toe. Hard to
You don't
tell
have
there.
to stay there the whole time as long as you have it there when you catch it. Then you can come off. So I think he definitely came off the bag. I'm surprised
But they thought it was
thought
before.
it was before. Nevertheless, runner on first, nobody out. Not a great start for the Jackies here. Try to get some soft contact. Okay, they will square around. I was about to say they might, and they do. It's a good bunt to the right side. Caleb ranges over, flips to first. Nobody's covering second base, but it doesn't matter as the second baseman is able to do his job and get the runner over on a bunt. And Yates, Lucas Yates now is going to come to the plate. He hit the triple early on, as we mentioned before, being stranded, but a chance here to do damage. And that's exactly what he's going to do, is he hits a base hit to left field. Coming in on his Tenorio, Mitchell will cut it off, and no runs will score, but now you got first and third with one out here in the top of the 7th. You're looking for a double play ball here. I would imagine that they're going to send the runner, put him in motion early on in this count here to try to avoid the double play.
And Heights is playing double play depth here, in at the corners, and then second and short are playing for the double play, not going infield in.
I wouldn't be surprised if Caleb picked here. No, he doesn't.
Another squeeze.
Squeeze, wow. They really must feel confident in their squeeze game. They've gotten one down successfully, but if it fouls it off, then that's not really a problem. It's as long as you can make contact on it. That's the biggest thing. So, yeah, they're 1 for 3 on it, but they haven't gotten any game-changing outs doing it. So it doesn't really hurt him.
Another
squeeze
trying again,
and he gets it down. It is foul. Dribble off the right side. That was dangerous.
Now down 0-2. Can't think he's squeezing here, but
maybe
he will. But if you don't get it down, you got a strikeout and a tag out at the plate. And they try it again, and that's exactly what we have here. That's just a bad decision. That's just a bad play there. There's no reason to try to squeeze. The Lake Ridge coach is saying block the plate, but he caught the ball
in front of the plate. There was nothing there.
There was nothing. He was out by 20 feet. That's just a bad call, and not a bad call by the umpire. That's a bad call by the coach to try to go with a squeeze down 0-2 in the count.
There's just not really that much of there's not a real there's not a real benefit there, because like that's worst case scenario, you're out of the inning, and that's exactly what just happened on that double play. I don't understand the and even if he bunted it foul, he struck out as well. So yeah, that's a fascinating decision. But that's great for Heights as they're able to get out of that inning unscathed when they had first and third, one out.
Yeah, just a you give a guy 2 times. He made contact both times, so I guess you're thinking, well, at least he'll put a bat on it that time. But man, it is a
there's no guarantee.
There's
on
not,
a bunt.
and you're just a sitting duck. That wasn't even a safety squeeze. You're where you're making sure he gets it down, and then you're going. That was another suicide squeeze, and just I'm sure their coach would like to take that one back.
A safety squeeze, I would understand more, but when you're going all out for that with the suicide squeeze, it's really dangerous, and that's a perfect example of why. We'll stay with you here as Wilson is delivering his final warm-up pitches. It'll be 6, 7, 8 here. Garrett, Tenorio, and Reyes. 3 righties facing the lefty, Lucas Wilson. There's the throw down. There's also some speed in this next 2-3. I really like the construction of this lineup where you've got speed at the top, some power in the middle, but then speed all the way down through. And so that gives you, when you're in a spot like this where you have 6, 7, 8, you've got guys that really can run if they get on base. So it's a big part here for Morgan to do his job and get on base to start the rally.
Crowd getting into it, really trying to spur Morgan on, get him on base. He may be taking a strike here. I wouldn't be surprised to see him not swing until he gets a strike on him. Or never mind.
Exactly not. Morgan 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI single to left. He hit the ball hard in these last 2 games. Here's the pitch. Hits that hard. A little frustrated, a little late on that.
Yep, late. He would love to have that one back. Had a good hack, just behind it. Time to shorten up here and try to put something in play, put some pressure on them defensively. They've made a couple errors.
Here's the delivery. That'll be up and away. Good take by Morgan. In these situations, you always find yourself getting antsy trying to, make something happen. But if he's able to see it well and, take the balls that he can get, not get too aggressive, it's really big. As he's able to chop that to third, and he's going to catch it foul.
Foul ball,
okay.
Yep.
So it will be a foul ball. I'm surprised he even tried to catch that because it was definitely going to go even more foul. That was a little bit risky trying to touch it. You may as well just let that carelessly bounce to the left of the bag, but he was out when the ball was foul when he touched it. So
right.
2-2 for Morgan here. Hits it hard, right to short, bobbles it. Morgan's fast, and he's going to be safe. And that's exactly what you were talking about with you just put it in play, hit it hard. They might make a mistake, and that's exactly what happens there. Pretty routine grounder. I mean, he hit it hard, but then it was even the throw was a little wide.
Yeah,
he tried to gather himself, and he had to rush a little bit.
It came up on him a little bit, and then made a bad throw, and that's three errors on each side, and they've been costly errors both ways. And so, if you can just get the ball on the ground, it is hard to make plays, even on this turf where you get good hops almost all the time. It just fielding is not easy, and put it in play, and if you strike out, nobody can mess it up. But you put the ball in play, somebody might.
Coach Rose is going to elect to pinch hit Adrian Tristan here for Bryson Tenorio. Yeah, that's a good point. The game will be over, tie or Heights win, as we're not playing extras. So there's really no need for positions here. You're just trying to go find a hot bat at the end of this game here. And he goes to Tristan in the spot.
And you got to think, here's a spot to, there's been a lot of bunts in this game. You got to think that this is another chance here to have a bunt as well, don't you think here?
Yeah, he definitely could get the sign to lay one down.
And so if that may be the thing, if he thinks that Adrian can get one down, maybe a little bit better than Tenorio.
He does do exactly that. They call it a fair ball. So Adrian does a great job. Coach Rose loves getting a bunt down in a big spot like that.
And enthusiastic clap there from Coach Rose. Interesting play there by the catcher. He was in foul territory, reached into fair. Had he let it bounce again, I think it goes foul.
As well. I really don't see the benefit there. But that will bring Adrian Reyes up with a runner on second in his first game here on varsity. He fouls that first one. A big spot here for the kid. Wilson kicks and deals. It's in the dirt, and Morgan's going to advance to at least third. He's going to take a round. He's going to play it smart. Good decision there. Now all we need is a ball to the outfield, and Morgan is going to score and win this game. Huge spot for Reyes in his first ever varsity appearance at the plate.
And puts that took a crazy hop there. Puts winning on a wild pitch or pass ball in play. Brings the infield in now. Opens up some holes. There could be a squeeze. Why not?
Big hack. He got a little too big there. I know Rose is going to tell him to try to widen out and shorten up. Try to hit it to right field. I think that's exactly what he's
on the ground, middle of the field.
Here's Reyes in a big spot. 1-2 count. 5-5 all knotted up here on the first day of the Medford. Here's the pitch. It's taken down. Great job by the catcher Pelletier to keep that in front and possibly save a game for now. So 2-2, runner on third, one out for Reyes against Wilson. He takes it down and away. That was definitely away. The Lake Ridge fans don't like the call, but that was the right one.
It was outside the whole time, and then sort of came around the plate maybe a little bit, but it was outside the whole way.
Here's Reyes in a 3-2 count. The crowd's into it. And he'll take ball four. Really impressed with that at bat. I mean, he wants nothing more than to win the game there, but you take your base, give it to the next guy, let AJ Salinas have a chance here to walk it off. That's a really mature at bat to take a walk there.
Salinas has walked twice here this game. 0 for 1 officially, but has had good at bats, and a walk here would be nice, but he's going to try to do a little damage. Interesting here now. We've got playing double play depth up the middle. A little bit of a gamble to me, and a pass ball. They're going to get him at home.
And Morgan is out at home on a pass ball. I think in hindsight's 20/20, but and Morgan might have gotten hurt on the play. Hindsight's 20/20, but that might be a little aggressive going when you already have second and third and one out. But it's definitely a tough decision.
Tough call there. You get kind of lucky that it glances off the catcher. I don't know if he was crossed up or just kind of flat missed it, but it took a bounce right back to him into a spot where he was able to tag, didn't have to flip it to the pitcher covering or anything like that. Just kind of a bet. You never know how the ball's going to bounce off off the backstop or hit off the netting or anything like that, and it just kind of unfortunate there. I think you want to be aggressive there, and then in hindsight you go, man, wish I hadn't, but I think it's probably the right play.
Jaden Lee's going to pinch run at second. Heights is looking for a base hit now here with Salinas in a massive spot. He's been seeing the ball well all day. 2 outs here. You need a base hit to the outfield to potentially score the game-winning run. Who's Jaden Lee. Wilson has done a good job avoiding the big inning in the 2 innings that he's pitched in. Swing and a miss from Salinas. You just don't want to see him get in his head here. He knows he can do it. You got to have the confidence you can do it in this spot. It's only 0-1. You got two more pitches at least to go after. So just don't get in your head too much. Here's Salinas. And that's called a strike.
Good backdoor curveball there.
It's a perfect spot. Nothing you can do about that as a hitter. That leaves AJ in a tough spot here. 0-2 count, runner on second. Winning run on second base. Here's Wilson. And Salinas swings and misses. And that'll end the game. That'll be a tie with a score of 5-5 in this game between the Arlington Heights Yellow Jackets and the Lake Ridge Eagles. Thank you for tuning in tonight in this really competitive game. It was a fun one. They'll be back here at 11 a.m. For day 2. They got 2 more games tomorrow before the huge tournament nightcap on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. So we hope to either see you here at the ballpark or that you'll be tuning in live once again tomorrow. So thanks very much. Signing off here, I'm Grant Harris here with my dad, Drew Harris, and we will see you tomorrow morning.
Thanks for listening.
Right here. Track them in a before 5. Good, right?